Congratulations! You made it through the textbook stuff. You did all the boring. Now we get to do the fun. So let's do our fun documentary application. Okay, so for this week, I have chosen a little bit of a controversial documentary. This may irritate some of you. I hope not, but we're watching it anyway. So the documentary that we're watching this week is called Born in the Wrong Body: Stories of Radical Change. It's from a series called Transforming Gender, where they kind of explore different concepts of gender, sexuality, that kind of thing. So this is going to be about a group of folks who are trans. It's a story of trans people, and there are a number of children in this documentary, in addition to adults. So I just want to warn everybody in advance that that's what we're going to be watching this week. I do want to dispel some myths before we proceed here. No one's giving surgeries to children. That's not happening. Okay, I don't care where you heard it. I don't care who told you that. It's not true. It's illegal, first of all. We don't need extra laws for things that are already illegal. That's kind of superfluous. For the most part, kids are just on puberty blockers, hormone blockers. Those have been in use for decades. They were approved in the 70s and 80s. They've been around for a very long time. We know how they work. We know they are reversible. So usually they're on puberty blockers, usually around 16 or so, then they'll switch to hormones of the opposite sex, but there's no surgery happening until they're adults. And a lot of trans folks never get surgery. They don't want surgery. There's different kinds of ways to be trans, guys. There really is. So I know this may bother some of you. I know some of you may have beliefs that go against this, but that's why we're in college. We're learning about things that are different than the things we're exposed to, right? We're expanding our worldview, and that's what we're doing with this documentary. So as we're watching this documentary, if we could have our discussion board post up, always a good idea, so that you know the kind of things that I'm going to be asking you about this. But the one big thing I really want you guys to keep in mind as we're watching this particular documentary, why do we need categories to interact with human beings? People get very flustered, very upset when they can't automatically put somebody into a category. And this isn't just with sex. We do this with race too. We get very confused and we can get very upset if we think people are lying to us about their racial identity or their ethnicity or their sex. Even when they're not, we just perceive it to be a lie. Then that's on us. It's kind of this interesting things that humans do, that we need to categorize everything. We need to be able to put all of humanity, 8 billion people, we need to be able to put them in 2 boxes. That's a little reductive for me, but I would like you to focus on that. Why are we so obsessed with this? Is this why people get so angry? Is it because they don't know how to treat these people if they don't know who they are? And if you don't know how to treat somebody unless you know their sex, are you treating people differently based on their sex? It brings up a lot of interesting questions. So let's go ahead and watch the documentary. We will have our discussion board afterwards so that we can talk about this a little bit more. I'm more than happy to answer any questions. And like I said, this is a little controversial. There are some things in this documentary that might irritate people a little bit, but that's the point of school. We're supposed to watch things and make our own interpretations of the things that we're being presented, right? So go ahead and watch this, and then I will see you guys in the discussion board.